We are one conversation away from a shift in perspective that can lead to a decision that can change our entire life. Welcome to the Pieces to Peace podcast, and it's your boy Dees. So, people keep saying men and women are at war, but the truth is, it's not a gender war. Nope, it's a wound war. Remember that you don't have to change the world. Just don't leave it the same. So live fully, love deeply, and laugh hard. Unhealed people versus unhealed people, not male versus female. And until we heal what we saw growing up, what we witnessed, lack of a mother, lack of a father, whatever the circumstances were, maybe both parents were there, right? And you saw just an unhealthy dynamic and you witnessed that firsthand, front row seat to a show you didn't sign up to. Ooh, that's what they mean by trauma isn't your fault. But guess what? It's your responsibility to heal from it. And by trauma not being your fault, I'm talking about generational trauma, not just the trauma you experienced as a kid. That counts too. What you saw, what you witnessed, what you experienced, what was done to you, what was done around you, it wasn't your fault. You didn't sign up for that. As well as what was inherited by you, the trauma your parents went through from their grandparents and their parents' parents and so on and so forth. It's not your fault, but you witnessed it, you experienced it. Embrace the fact that it wasn't your fault, but also embrace the fact that it's your responsibility to heal from it. We keep repeating battles, cycles that we were never supposed to endure. It was never ours to begin with. We are living in a generation where women were raised by mothers that were hurt by men, and men were raised by either unhealthy fathers or the lack thereof a male figure. Leadership, both in terms of being strong and tender, being strong and soft, and lacking in those categories. So now we've got women who have to learn or unlearn the fact that carrying everything is cool, but eventually you have to place it down somewhere in that safe environment, that safe male environment. They're not responsible for being a provider, a protector, and a nurturer all at the same time. And they feel as though they can't rely on a male figure because either the environment told them that the male figure was unreliable and hurtful, or society tells them, yeah, you got to be that strong, independent woman. It's okay to be strong and independent, but then you also have to be strong and safe. And there's a difference. So we've got also men who never saw what it meant to show up consistently with patience and also with presence, healthy presence. And that's what sucks. Because it feels like we're at war when really we're both playing on the same side, looking at the wrong thing. We're looking to the left and looking to the right when we should be looking ahead at the pain, at the suffering, at the trauma that we all can connect with as a male and a female. Because on one end, she's tired. Deep down, she wants to be held. She wants to feel safe, led, and protected. And she's built this whole identity around not needing anyone. She's built her entire identity around being this strong, independent woman because that's what she saw, right? And now this desire and this identity is actually crippling her ability to connect. And on the other end, he's desperate for respect but doesn't know how to earn it. No idea. Thinks he knows, but he doesn't. Because yelling, screaming, and forcefully earning respect isn't the right way to get it. But no one taught him to. No one taught him how. He thinks he needs to demand it when really he needs to earn it, right? Through consistency, through kindness, through showing up, earning it through his presence. So now we have women who struggle to be soft without feeling weak because softness feels unsafe. That's already a vulnerable population growing up in a hardened environment. So it makes sense. We're not here to really fight each other. We're actually here to fight the blueprint, to fight what we inherited. It wasn't our fault, like I said before. We're fighting the show or the story that we didn't sign up to. But we've misconstrued that experience by creating the other gender as a scapegoat, as the reason why we can't connect, we can't see eye to eye, when really we're fighting the same fight. Because respect can't be forced or demanded. It has to be earned through consistency, through showing up, And men mistake the fact that power is supposed to be loud. It's supposed to be aggressive, controlling, because that's, in their eyes, what masculinity really is. But that's toxic masculinity. That's the real toxic masculinity. Thinking that they need to control without consent. Oof. I know you hear me, but are you listening? Thinking that you need to gain control without consent. Realizing that the other gender, the person that you're signing up with, they need to trust you. They need to grant you that ability to trust them. They need to say, you know what? You showed up kindly, respectfully, and consistently. You can lead. And the man from there on, that's when they can show up and not take control, but to move in a controlling manner from a place of trust and kindness. And most of those blueprints were built out of survival, not love. Thinking that they need to control, they need to demand, to grab that leadership role, and really it's a permission slip that needed to be signed. And the moment you can look at it from that perspective where, yes, as a man, I firmly believe you're supposed to lead, but the woman has to trust you and choose you to lead. That's an earned position, not an entitled one. And I think that's where we don't see eye to eye. Not in terms of the dynamic or the blueprint, but I think we're going about it all the wrong way, right? Because this isn't a man versus woman argument. This is a wound versus wound conversation. And the only way to stop repeating the cycle, to heal from the patterns we saw growing up, is by addressing it as it's both of our genders versus the problem. It's not you versus me. It's not male versus female. It's us together versus the environment and circumstances that we didn't grow up in to go through. And the moment we can be like, all right, we're on the same side, fighting the same war. We're not opponents. We're teammates. And when a man learns that real power is in presence and not pressure, and when a woman realizes that they have to learn that strength is actually in the ability to receive, not just carry, that's when we stop bleeding on each other and start healing with each other. This isn't a gender war. It's a wound war. And the moment you start to heal your wound and stop inheriting the battle that you didn't sign up to, that's where we were supposed to meet. Realizing that these wounds, these battles, these things that we're carrying was never ours to carry to begin with. So place them down and don't pick up the weapon. Sit down at the table and let's have a conversation. I hope this makes sense. Thank you for sitting down at this podcast, Pieces to Peace. Join the healing community. Male, female, doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what you identify as. If you want to get better than you were yesterday, you want that safe space to remind you that you're not alone, then the Pieces to Peace healing community 7-day free trial is the perfect place to start. Weekly Zoom calls, one-on-one coaching, one-on-one messaging, all those are available there. Take a shot. Link is in the description. If you listen to me on the Apple podcast or Spotify podcast, find me on social media. The link is in my bio. And I think it's also going to be in the description of this podcast. So check it out. And until next time, peace from Dees.